Peace, family. It's your boy Black Star. Welcome to Black Star TV 2.0. And today we're going to get into reparations, Juneteenth, and a couple other things. So let me start off by saying Happy Father's Day. I know it's late. Yesterday was Father's Day, but Happy Father's Day um, to all the. Wasn't even actually. See, I work at night, so I'm kind of confused. Sunday was Father's Day, so Happy Father's Day to everybody that was out there, all the fathers out there, and also Happy Juneteenth. Let me start off with Juneteenth. So I went to a Juneteenth festival in Atlanta, and it was dope. It was hella people out there, um, hella people out there. It was, it's a lot of vendors, a lot of people making money, and that's kind of what I wanted to talk about too. Like, you know, all right. So Juneteenth is about the ending of slavery, or when we was notified of ending of slavery in Texas or whatever, back in 1865. So I just feel like when I was there, as much fun as I had and as much, it was cool. My son was like, "Dad, why are so much black people out here?" Because it was hell of people out there. But I just noticed most of the vendors and most of the people that had stuff for sales, food, clothes, and all that stuff. I'm gonna say, I want to say like 80% of them were foreigners. Like foreigners, blacks, they was Africans or Jamaican or something, but they wasn't FBA. And it's almost like we starting to get. It was almost like African out there. Like you feel what I'm saying? And it's nothing wrong with that because of course, even though we FBA, we have African descendants in our lineage at some point. But just being as though it's because sleep. Like I'm gonna be honest, like I seen more Bob Marley T-shirts than I even see, and he's Jamaican. And, like I seen more Bob Marley T-shirts than I did of like Harriet Tubman. I don't even think I've seen a Harriet Tubman joint out there. But my whole point of that is to just be like, damn. I mean, if you gonna try to make some money off our shit, at least cater to us. You feel what I'm saying? Cater to our lineage of who um actually the Juneteenth is actually about, the people who ended slavery over here. Like you shouldn't be selling T-shirts with people from another country or people who don't represent what Juneteenth is actually about. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like me going over there pushing Harriet Tubman on. Uh, let's just say they had something for Bob Marley in Jamaica. Now I'm pushing uh, Dr. Claude Anderson. You know, again, I can't even think about it. Martin Luther King, and I'm just pushing all these people. Like that's all you see over there is just people from the United States that's black, and like we selling this in Jamaica at y'all thing that y'all supposed to be having for Bob Marley. Like besides that, it was definitely fun. It was definitely hell of people out there again, man. It was lit to be honest. But that's the only like kind of issue I had with it to an extent. Even if I would say I had an issue, just like I think it should be more catered to our lineage and our culture because that's what Juneteenth is about. It's about American descendants of slaves, like people who we ended slavery over here. Now, you get what I'm saying? So for y'all to be having all this African stuff, which is it is what it is, but it's just like I just think you should cater more to us. Like you should be having people like again, man, the people who was fighting for slaves, Nat Turner. You know what I mean? It's just things like that. I just think that they should have been more catering to as far as like, when you trying to sell stuff or whatever, then a lot of this African attire that y'all was trying to put up. But other than that, it is what it is. But my main topic that I want to get into today is M4BL, which is Movement for Black Lives, which is another Black Lives Matter movement in disguise to an extent. It's not exactly Black Lives Matter, but they move in like Black Lives Matter again, based um they are funded from white people, non-blacks. I ain't even gonna say they all white, but they definitely non-blacks. You got some, I think, some native stuff in there, some Spanish stuff. But it's not. FBA, and it's not grassroots, but they talking like they grassroots. So let me share my screen with you and get into their website and show you exactly what these people are about and who's funding these people. You feel me? Where they getting the bread from, which always takes you back to who these people are about. So again, it's M4BL, which is the Movement for Black Lives. So I'm gonna get into this. Let's go to About Us first. No, not About Us. Okay, let me go to About Us. The Movement for Black Lives, formed in December of 2014, was created in the space for Black organizations across the country to debate, discuss the current political conditions, develop and share assessments of what the political interventions were necessary in order to achieve key policy, culture, and political wins, convey organizational leadership in order to debate the co-create and share movement wide strategy under the fundamental idea that we can achieve more together than we can separately. Again, that already tells me when you talking about together, you talking about everybody, and we know we don't move like that. So, but I really want to get into their reparation situation. I really want to get into their reparation situation. But let me go to the homepage and just kind of like show you that. So this is the movement, and that's again they love to front. They love to front on it, like make it seem like it's all about us and all, but then you disguise it to make it seem like, oh, this is somebody black's movement. But really, at the end of the day, when you get to the, when you get down to it, it's really about uh, 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 it's really not about us. It's really you trying to finesse and bring everybody into our struggle so that they get compensated off it. So let's go into the reparations part. And this is going to show how, again, this is not a grassroots organization and how they are trying to sabotage our reparations plan. So we demand reparations for past and continuing harms. First of all, even with that, and it's so funny how they like highlight that as far as past and continuing harm. When really reparations is truly for slavery. Like it ain't for stuff that's going on right this minute. It's really not, because right now, um, that would be like the racism part of it, and we're not trying to get reparations for racism. You feel what I'm saying? We're trying to get it for slavery, a debt owed. You literally had people working, you extracted land and you extracted resources from a group of people and you didn't pay them. So that's what reparations is about. Nothing more, nothing less. We want it for the work that we did that we are not getting compensated for. So the government, responsible corporations, and other institutions that have profited off of the harm they have inflicted on black people, from colonialism to slavery, through food and housing redlining, mass incarceration, surveillance, and must repair harm done. This includes, now listen to this, man. Again, this is why I say we just want this for slave, because it see when you start getting into this other stuff, through food and housing, redline, especially like mass incarceration. Like only, let's just say they have 1 million prisoners right now that are black. Like we're like 50 million in population. They say 42, but we're about 50 to 60 million in population over here as blacks. Like you have 1 million people locked up. That's not even 10% of the people that would benefit off mass incarceration, and you giving reparations for that. And what would your reparations be to an extent? What would it be? Like, do you get what I'm saying? It's almost like, are you giving people who've been mass incarcerated money? That's all you can. That's all I can think you can do to restore that. But even then, it's just like, so nobody else gets money, so they. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like, are you giving people money that got in trouble and just got the bad shit into the stick, even though they were doing things wrong? because trust me, I fall under that situation too, because I was incarcerated. So, but it's almost like it's not even fair because most of our people, majority of our people didn't wasn't affected by mass incarceration. So to kind of like use that as part of a reparation. Now I ain't saying you shouldn't get some type of prison reform, but it shouldn't have anything to do with reparations. You should just be doing that off GP. You know what I'm saying? Reparations is for slavery and a debt owed because you made people work and you didn't pay them, and you stole land, you stole money, you stole all type of other stuff. But so let's get into this. Number one, reparations for systematic denial of access to high quality educational opportunities in the form of full and free access for all Black people, including undocumented and currently and formerly incarcerated people. Now, watch this. Two things: the systematic denial of high quality education and opportunities. So, this is your first, this is your number one thing that you're going after reparations for. Again, educational opportunity. My parents are 60 something years old. They're not trying to go back to school. They're not trying to get no educational opportunities. That shit is over for them. That shit is over for them. They don't want no education. Like, my mom is retired. She's not trying to go to school and do all. She's trying to relax and chill and live it up for these last couple of years, not work her goddamn brain. We want cash payments, man. This whole educational opportunities, that's a finesse. Again, almost like mass incarceration. We all are not going to benefit from that, but we all will benefit from cash payments. So you got to make this to where everybody can benefit and on things that everybody can benefit from. As soon as you start getting into this other thing, and again, including undocumented, who are you talking about? Undocumented immigrants, illegals. You feel what I'm saying? And currently and formerly incarcerated people. Come on, bro. You talking about undocumented immigrants. You didn't want to put the word immigrants in there because, again, you're trying to finesse. To lifetime education, including free access and open admissions to public community colleges and universities, technical education, trade and art, agriculture, educational support programs, and retroactive forgiveness of student loans, and support for a lifetime learning programs. Like, we don't need that. We absolutely don't need that. So, all right. So number two, reparations for continued divestment from discrimination toward and exploitation of our communities in the form of guaranteed minimum livable income for all Black people with clearly articulated corporate regulations. I guess that's supposed to be some type of money, but it says guaranteed minimum livable income. Minimum livable income. No, then we just want straight up checks, just like the natives get, monthly, yearly, whatever, however y'all gonna put it. But we need to get that untaxed. You can't take that shit out for child support. You can't take that shit for nothing. No tax. If I owe the government $3 million, you cannot take it out that money that I get. Just like you do the natives, you can't touch that money for nothing. Like, absolutely nothing, dog. Even when them niggas go to jail for fines, even when they say, yo, if your people send you some bread, we taking 5% or 3% off top of whatever you get sent in here. Like, when they get their checks, it's in the law. It's in the law that they not allowed to touch that money. So we want cash payment, bro. And it's just so funny how y'all trying to word this to make it seem like a guaranteed minimum livable income. Why even just the word minimum, and that shit just doesn't sit right with me. Because like you trying to give a person the least amount of money as possible. You feel me? Articulated corporate regulations. Yeah, I bet. Clearly articulated corporate regulations. Because you trying to give us the minimum and make sure a person can't really get far with that shit. Reparations for wealth extracted from our communities through environmental racism, slavery. Look, how you going to put environmentalism before you put slavery? Think about that. Environmental racism, you're going to put that over slavery, food apartheid, housing discrimination, and racialized capitalism in the form of corporate and government reparations focused on healing ongoing physical and mental trauma and ensuring our access and control of food sources, housing, and land. Yeah, this shit is crazy. Even though I ain't gonna lie, this whole ensuring our access to food resources, but again, you would have to give up them resources. Like you would have to give up land. I don't like that word housing. That's almost like Section 8 housing. Like what you mean? If I own a house, so now it goes to like I'm renting. Like nah, fam. You have to give up that land. Definitely going to have to give up that land and give up that bread so I can build on top of my land. Because again, everything that comes, the shirt, this hat, these glasses, these pants I got on, draw socks, all the material comes from the land. Like nothing on this planet that we make isn't coming from the land. So move on to number 4. Reparations for the cultural and educational exploitation ensure and extraction of our communities in the form of mandated public school curriculums that critically examine political, economic, social impacts of colonialism and slavery, and funding to support, build, preserve, and restore our cultural assets and sacred sites to ensure the recognition and honor of our collective struggles and triumphs. That's all bullshit. Again, you're still going to this educational exploitation. They love this education thing because they know education isn't tangible. You can give us all the education in the world. Again, as long as y'all controlling the jobs, you controlling the money, and you giving us education with no bread, we still gonna have to use that education to go work for you to make you more money. That's why you keep wanting to give education. And again, I already can tell just by how y'all putting this and by how all those Democrats be talking as far as, oh, we need free college, free tuition, tuition free. We about to lift the student loan debts. You about to do that for everybody anyway. So don't try to make this part of our reparations as you try to do that for everybody in general. You feel what I'm saying? So number 5, legislation at the federal and state level that requires the United States to acknowledge the lasting impacts of slavery, established and executed a plan to address those impacts. These include the immediate passage of H.R. 40, which is a nothing burger. H.R. 40 is just the study. The study. It literally says when you go to H.R. 40, the website, this is not payments. This is not about payments. This is about a study. And we don't want no study. See, the Commission to Study Reparation Proposals and African American Act. Again, we not going off the African American thing. We are foundational Black Americans. That's because y'all trying to put everybody in on. That's why they said illegals and things like that. Y'all trying to push everybody into our situation. You feel me? In subsequent versions, which call for reparations remedy. Yeah, we good on that. We good on all that. So again, this is all right. So you see, they reparations demands are these shits is bogus, man. These shits is bogus, and they're all written up to finesse us to make sure we don't get no checks. To make sure we don't get no checks. This is why. Listen, if you doing reparations, the first thing on your list should be checks and land. Anything after that is all bullshit. Is all finesse game to try to sabotage the whole reparations movement and the whole reparations. So you can try to give all this other stuff to other people. That's why you're trying to put, including undocumented. Who's undocumented? That's a foundational Black American. Only people undocumented are immigrants. Immigrants. You're trying to put them in on our shit, bro. We not going for it. So again, let me go to this to the home, because I want to show y'all where these people, the resources are coming from. That's what really breaks everything down. You feel me? Look at all these people, man. So watch this. So we get to the bottom and it says the movement for Black Lives is a fiscal, which is government funded, sponsored 501c3 at the Common Council Foundation. Fiscal, which means government funded, especially in taxes. So let's go. We're gonna go on to them. And we're gonna see where the money go to. So we shift power movements. The Common Council Foundation is working to achieve agency, freedom, and well-being for ourselves, loved ones, and community. Be a part of the effort. Ooh, look. This don't look like black people. This don't look like black people to me. This don't look like black people to me, family. I don't know where they going with this, but this don't look like black people to me. Look, talk about everything. Look, social justice. Look, culture, social justice, health, democracy, climate, health. Like, come on, dog. We want cash. So, okay, let's keep going. The indigenous communities losing. I guarantee this indigenous communities is natives. I guarantee you that shit. Native-led nonprofit partners. Come on, man. Ain't got nothing to do with black people. See what I'm saying? The climate crisis demands a national black climate agenda. Come on, dog. This is all finesse bullshit. Who cares about some climate agenda? This is why they always use this word social justice. No, we want economic justice. We don't want social justice. Anytime you see that word social in there, get away from it and get away from anybody that's using it. So again, they got the hold on. I might have to get to this part of it. How did I get to that shit, man? I got to the financials somehow. Let me see if I can get there. Programs. Hold on, family. Because I'm gonna get over there. It is financials. I got to it. I almost had to. Let me get a little bit of my like this gold water. I went to the ones from financial report from 2017. Shout out to Blue Pill for this gold water, man. This shit is official too. All right, so Common Council Foundation and financial statements and independent auditors report for the year ended in December 31st, 2017. 2014, you got to understand, this is what, and I feel like they was using this because they already knew what was coming, because these people plan. They not like us. They not emotional. They don't react off emotion. They don't react off none of that stuff. They are very planned and articulate people. So I felt like they already knew, just in case Black Lives Matter blew up and busted in their face, that they will already have something coming up the pipe, just for the reparations situation. You feel what I'm saying? So we can get to the money. The Board of Trustees at Common Council Foundation, Oakland, California. They had a private auditor. I guess they blank out that name because they want to keep away from that. In my opinion, the financial statements referred to the above fairly presented fairly in a material respect to the financials. Blah 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 blah. Let's get to the money. The money, current assets, it's $3 million. What grassroots? What black grassroots organization you know got 3 million? You heard? Cash and equivalents, 3 million, 3.7 million. Grants receivable, 165,000. Can't no black grassroots get this shit from the government, man. Knock it off, man. Come on, man. Deposit off office equipment, furniture, net equivalent to 21,000. Total assets, 8,148,926. Come on, man. Liabilities, 254,000. Bro, y'all profiting hella off this nonprofit. Y'all profiting hella off this nonprofit. Over $7 million of profit. Come on, man. You see it, the financials right there. I'm gonna see. I don't even know if I can blow this up a little bit. I don't even know how to work this mouse. That's why I wish I could use my other laptop, man. I could have kind of blew that shit up for y'all. Let me do something just so I can know y'all seeing this whole thing. All right, so let's go back up so I can make sure y'all seeing this. All right, so this is more statements. This is more statements. Come on, man. Ain't no black organization. This is why I said we always gotta check these people, bro, because it's gonna be a lot of finessing. Because nobody wants to see us win. So we gotta always be on their top. We gotta always be on their top. So again, let's go down. This is more financial, cash flow and operations. You feel me? Prepaid expenses. These expenses is low. They always make sure their expenses is low. But watch this. So donor services. Um, the Common Council is currently home to the following member funds, which it is advised by the Abe Larn, I can't even pronounce that, Foundation West, and Acorn Foundation, Oscar G. and Elsa S. Mayer Family Foundation, and the Kelly Family Foundation. Um, grant making, Common Council engages in the direct grant making through its donor advised funds, which is included in the Victor and Lorraine Hagen Fund, and David R. Stern. That's already a white small hat. That's definitely some Jewish shit. As soon as you see Stern, you already know. The David R. Stern Fund, the CJ and Maddie Lowry Fund, and the Twist Fund, the DBEK Fund, Link Fate Fund and Justice, and the Kindle Project, Common Council, and also makes direct grants through 4 fields of interest fund, including grassroots exchange fund. See, look at the words they're using. Look at the words that they're using. Grassroots. This is to try to finesse you to think this is some type of black organization that started from the grassroots and messes with the grassroots people. I guarantee you, nobody from the grassroots knows anybody in this grassroots exchange fund. Because anytime they're talking about and trying to use this black people stuff, they try to use our words. They try to use our words to lure us in. So you feel me? So it sounds blackly black, and then we get all jump on it, and then we sitting here looking crazy when next thing you know they talk about LGBT, undocumented immigrants. You feel what I'm saying? Then they just talking about black and brown, and you just start getting into this whole different thing. Then you move all the way away from black people, and it's just everybody else. Then you start getting the natives, Indians, Asians. Come on, man. These black people don't see a dime in under this shit. Besides the black people that you use. So again, Grassroots Exchange Fund, Social and Economic Justice Fund, and the Environmental Action Fund, and Native Voice Rising. So the Grassroots Exchange Fund, GXF, is a community guide rapid response small grants program that facilitates training, strength, and organizational capacity advocacy and travel for joint strategizing, learning, and bridge building for grassroots social justice and environmental justice organizations. Hold on, fam. Yeah, we gotta do it. Hold up. What was that shit called? The Grassroots Exchange Fund. We're gonna look into it right now. Grassroots Exchange Fund. Let's go. Prioritizes and grants to small community-based groups seeking to meet face-to-face community-built interests. Hold on. Let's see if we can find out who behind this Grassroots Exchange Fund. Japanese Foundation Grassroots Program. Let's go to here. Common Council Grassroots Exchange Fund is a rapid response small grants program designed to support networking collaboration between grassroots social change and environmental justice organizations throughout the United States. GXF prioritizes grants to small community-based groups seeking to meet face-to-face or other. I already said all that shit. Grant awards ranges from 200 to 800, with average of 500. Common Council Foundation website. Man, listen, man. I'm already guarantee you this is not backed by no black people. I will have to do a lot more digging. I don't want to dig all the way dig while I'm on here with y'all. But man, I'm gonna tell you right now that this smells. This smell look like Latino American Africa. Come on, dog. Y'all on some bullshit. I'm telling you, this smells like white back people, non-black, non-black based uh, uh, exchange fund. Guarantee you, just the simple fact that you're using grassroots boost cash. Nah, that ain't it. I'm sorry, family. Hold on, give me 1 second. See, this is just a whistling, but I'm guaranteeing you that this is some. The people who made this council probably the same people who backing this shit. I'm telling you, dog. This is all fair value measurements. I'm telling you, man. This is all backed, non-black backed organization that's coming up with now they coming up with this movement for Black Lives. I'm telling you, man. This is just how this shit go. Watch this. Vision. Vision for Black Lives. I'm telling you, check these people out, family. Just check them out, and I can guarantee you, end the war on drugs. You ain't trying to end none of this shit. Into all jails, prisons, and immigration detentions. Come on, immigration detention. What? What the hell does this have to do with Black Lives? Who? What black people are in immigration detention, family? Think about that shit. What black groups are in immigration detentions? Come on, man. The end of use of past criminal history. Yo, and intersex people. Here you go. Queer, gender, not. Come on, bro. Non-conforming into the war on black, trans, queer, gender, and non-conforming and intersex people. Like in the war on black women. Come on, dog. You already separating. Just in the war on black people in general. Why you gotta sectionalize us? We the only group that they try to sectionalize like that. Whereas, yo, in black trans, in black women, in black babies, and like no nigga, just in black shit for black people in general. Stop trying to section us off into different groups of black people. You don't do that shit with natives. You don't do that shit with Chinese people. You don't do it with white people. You don't do it with Spanish people. You don't do that shit at all. You only do it with us where you trying to pick specific groups out because you're trying to stay away from black men. And that's another one that's on there. Watch. Look, in the war on black youth, in the war on black women, in the war on black communities, in the war on black trans, queer, gender, non-conforming, in the war on black health, black disabled people, in the war on black immigrants. See what I'm saying? You said everything but the black man. You said everything but the black man. Come on, man. Y'all, family, we got to get away from these people, man. They trying to use us in a gender divide to, yo, you want to break the black man, dog. You want to break the black man. That's why you don't even, that's why y'all didn't even want to put this on here. Policy platform. Oh man, this shit is crazy, man. I'm telling you that this is a divisive um um what you call it, organization. This is a divisive organization. Anytime you got people doing this type of shit, it is a divisive organization. You can already tell that it's backed by these other people. You feel me? Let me go, man. I ain't want to stay on here long, but listen, family, watch these people, man. Oh shit. I didn't even add it, but I gotta add myself just so I can show y'all that. In the war on the black communities, in the war on black youth, in the war on black women, in the war on black trans, queer, gender, nonconforming, and intersex people, in the war on the black health and black disabled, in the war on black immigrants. You ain't say anything about the black man. You try to purposely leave him out, and then you want to try to make it seem like, oh, when we say the black community, that's so what? We all ain't in the same community or something? See what I'm saying? This is that trick bag shit I be talking about, man. We ain't letting none of y'all finesse us on our reparations claim. Not happening. Not happening. We on everything y'all do. And we gonna push this out here for the people to make sure that they don't rock with you. You got that Black Lives Matter shit on. Y'all ain't getting another organization off like that at all. At all, bro. If we ain't rocking with you, you ain't getting it. This is that gold water too. We ain't rocking with you. You feel me? We is not rocking with it. We ain't trying to hear none of that goofiness. Yeah, man. So listen, family. Watch out for this M4BL M4BL. Sorry, Movement for Black Lives. Watch them, man. M4BL. It's a fake group. Don't support them. Black family, it's been nice, man. It's been a treat kicking it with y'all today. I'm tired as hell. I was working all night. So I'm gonna let y'all go. But man, don't again, man, happy Father's Day. Belated happy Father's Day, man. Happy Juneteenth. Don't forget to subscribe and like the content. Share this content. And definitely, you gotta subscribe, man. I'm the little homie. You gotta get my subscriptions up, man. You gotta get my subscriptions up. Don't forget to smash the like button so we can get these algorithms popping, so more people can see this, so we can get the message to the people. You gotta get the message to the people. All right, family, we out of here. Gotta go mess with these kids, make them something to eat real quick. All right, I'm signing off.